Quiet on set. Picture is up. All right, roll sound.
Rolling.
Roll cameras.
Cam's rolling.
And 3, 2.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Hank's Think Tank. Good morning. It's a Thursday, and again, bringing you some good content here in Montgomery County. I have Melisa Miller in, and she is the current Montgomery County District Clerk. She's running for a third term. And to be honest with you guys, this is one of those things where I'm going to learn a lot because I didn't really know what a district clerk did, but we're going to find out. So we're going to have a good conversation today, pick up some good information, and give you guys the kind of ammo that you need to go out there and make intelligent choices at the voting booth. Good morning, Melisa. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How about you?
Pretty good. It sounds like you got a pretty big job. You know, I didn't even know what all this was, and I started to do some research, and I found out it's record keeping. It's, you know, civil cases over $500, family law cases, concurrent jurisdiction, which we'll have to figure out what that is because I don't know. What is it?
Concurrent jurisdiction is where the county courts at law have jurisdiction, same as the district courts, on certain matters like family cases and also certain level civil cases.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. Dockets, so do y'all come up with the dockets, or how does that work?
No, sir. We don't maintain the dockets for the courts. They have coordinators that do that.
Okay.
And the docket is just the cases being set for hearings.
Okay, cool. Yeah, finance and registry, we'll get into that later. Records and research. Records is the big deal for you guys mainly, isn't it?
Yes, I would say records is probably 80% of our job.
Okay. And then I have jury service. Jury service. Nobody wants to talk about that, but I really want to go over jury service because I really want people to understand how important it is to serve on a jury and how it's really part of the whole democratic process, like it or not. Mm-hmm. It's there and we need to do it. And then there's some other functions as well.
Okay.
So let's talk about why you decided to become a district clerk of all things.
Well, right out of high school, I started in 1998 working for the district clerk's office as a deputy, and I worked my way up through the various positions within the office, learning everything that I could. I started in the criminal division, moved up to being a court clerk, which entailed going to court with the judges and assisting with their dockets and things like that, processing paperwork. Moved to the appellate division, so handling all of the appeals, clerk's records and things like that are going to the Court of Appeals and the Court of Criminal Appeals. And then on to becoming a supervisor and ultimately the office manager. And I just felt like becoming the district clerk was the next step. So I took a leap of faith and ran.
Wow. So where do you go from here? Congress?
No. No, I'm perfectly happy being the district clerk.
Okay.
I love my job. I love everything that we do there. It's a challenge in and of itself, and I'm thrilled to be there.
Okay.
Been there 27 years now.
God, 27 years, same place.
Yes.
And you work in the old courthouse, right?
Yes.
Wow. So let's talk a little bit about the building. I mean, how are y'all doing in there?
Well, we've reached our capacity. We have 60 employees total, and our office is kind of split now because not everybody can fit in the main courthouse. In the Keyshan building is where our jury department is located and our jury room.
Okay.
And then also our appellate division is located over there. We can't expand anymore where we're at. We've reached our data capacity. We even sometimes trip the electrical when we decide to have potluck dinners or anything.
Wow. Or under the desk heaters or something like that?
No, we're not allowed to have those
really?
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully eventually we'll be able to do something about the courthouse and give you guys some expanded facility to be able to work.
I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be great. So you ran unopposed last term.
Yes.
And don't know what the status is this time, whether somebody's going to come out of the woodwork and try, but it sounds like you're doing great at your job.
Well, I hope I'm doing a good job for the taxpayers there.
Yeah.
That's who I serve, and I enjoy it, and that's all I want to do is a good job for them.
I get it. So the main function, I guess the main function of the district clerk's office is record keeping for court cases.
Yes.
Can we talk a little bit about that? I mean, do y'all still keep hard files? Is it all electronic now? Is it shared data between government entities, states. You know where I'm going with
Yes.
that. Yeah.
So our files are electronic now. Probably 90% of the filings that come in through the e-file system now.
Okay.
We still get paper filings from pro se litigants, which are people that are representing themselves. We do have old paper files, but we're working on scanning all of those in. It's a process, and it takes a lot of time.
It does.
And preserving those records is really important. There's a lot of history in what we do, so there's a lot of interesting cases. So
Okay.
we have to preserve them and protect them for future.
So do y'all also handle the cases that happen in like the JP's court, stuff like that?
No.
Okay, so just Montgomery County proper, I guess.
Well, the entire Montgomery County, but it's civil litigation, so it's like medical malpractice,
Okay.
automobile accidents, debt collection, like credit card debt, things like that, and then family lawsuits, so anything touching the family unit, so divorces, CPS cases,
A lot of
attorney
that.
general, yes.
I bet that's a big docket there. There's
Yes.
a lot going on.
And then for criminal cases, it's felony only, the adult
Okay.
side. So anything
So just
you can
felonies?
Go, yes,
Okay.
anything you can go to prison for or be put to death for. So we don't
Wow.
handle traffic violations, nothing like that. And then the juvenile matters, it's felony and misdemeanor.
Okay, cool. I want to move on to a jury summons because, yeah, that's something that I think is really important. So how exactly do jury summons work? Now, years ago, and I was under the impression, and maybe I'm wrong, but years ago, I heard that they just pull driver's license records, I guess, and that's how you get your jury summons. But is there another method
It's
by
a
which?
two-process.
Okay.
So according to the statute, the Secretary of State collects both voter registration and driver's license information, and then they compile a list for us. And then we call it the jury will. We, every year, we extract that will from the Secretary of State and we upload it into our jury system. When you receive your summons, it's completely random. We don't know. All we do is tell the computer, we need this many jurors on this date and this time. And then the computer itself runs through the program, it selects the names that we need, and then the summons go out. So we don't know who's coming until either you respond to the summons or you show up.
Okay. So is there a max number of times you can be called for jury service in a year? I mean, do they take them out of the pool once you get a summons? Do you get removed from the pool?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you shouldn't be summoned more than once per year.
Okay. So what's the rate of people actually showing up for those things?
I think we're at about 20% now.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be kidding me.
No.
20% of the people who get a jury summons actually show up.
Yes.
Don't they issue a warrant for your arrest if you don't show up?
The judges can. They can hold you in contempt and issue a warrant, or not necessarily a warrant, but a writ to pick you up and bring you in and ask why you failed to show up for jury service.
Wow. 20%?
Mm-hmm.
That's awful.
It is. It's
And I
very
wonder
low.
if that's just a national average or if that's just for us or...
I think it's across the state, pretty much.
Wow.
You know, jury service, it interferes with people's daily routine and their lives and their jobs, and some employers aren't going to pay them for not being there. So,
But it's
a
civic
hardship.
responsibility as well, though.
yes, very much
if
so.
you decide to vote, if you decide to drive and enjoy our freedoms here, there's a price. I mean, it's not
Yes.
for free.
Right.
A lot of people think that.
Right,
So,
and people should take it seriously. The way I explain it on the opposite end is there's someone whose life is suspended right now. They're in some type of litigation, and they need you to show up so that you can help them complete it and come
Sure.
to some kind of conclusion in a case. So it's important. It really is important to show up for jury duty, and it's a unique experience.
yeah, I would think that it is. Yeah. I think I've done it twice, but I've never been retained. I've always, first group and I'm out. I'm like, okay, what did I do? I must have said something, so who knows. And then under some of my research I did, I found other functions. So what other functions does a district clerk's office provide?
So we have an optional service for passports. We can process your passport application,
Okay.
and then we send it off to the federal government where you would receive your actual passport book from.
How long does it take to get a passport these days?
About 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, they're
Yeah, that's
really doing pretty good
Yeah, it's
turnaround
not
time.
bad at all. Okay, so you've got 60 employees. all scattered between two buildings, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
Yes. But we make it work.
Yeah. And so on the record keeping, is this all case records? So it's everything that happens from the time, I guess, that charges are brought up until the whole case is done away with?
Yes, each case starts with a petition of some sort. In civil and family matters, it's usually called an original petition. And then criminal cases, it's an indictment. So the district attorney, for instance, on the criminal cases would file an indictment or an information and complaint with us to start the case. And then we assign a case number and it goes to court according to the rotation. And then from there, everything after that needs to be seen by the judge or filed according to statute is submitted to us, and we maintain all of those records.
Wow. And so y'all help with the court rotations as well?
Yes.
What about court reporting? Is that part of your...
No, the court
Okay.
reporters are directly under the judges that hire them.
Oh,
But we
okay.
do, the court reporters do have to turn in exhibits to us, so anything that was admitted during trial, any type of exhibit, eventually comes to us and is under our care and custody until it's either returned to the parties or destroyed.
Wow. Sounds like a big job.
It is.
Okay. So, and how long have you been with the district clerk's office?
So 27 years in May,
That's a good long time.
yes.
Did you do anything before that besides college?
I didn't go to college.
You didn't go to college?
No,
Cool.
I pretty much started right
Join
out
the
of high
club.
school.
I didn't go either.
I didn't get my bachelor's degree until just 2 years ago, actually. And
Really?
it was more of a life challenge, really, for me to obtain that than...
That's cool. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that at all.
No,
So-
I appreciate the fact that there are people that... I wasn't college bound. Like, I couldn't process that at the time. And I just wanted to work. And some people, on-the-job training is very important. And
Yeah,
especially for
100%,
this job, because you really can't go to any school and learn how to be a clerk. It's more of on-the-job training, so...
Yeah, I bet there's a lot of checks and balances and everything else that go along with this job.
Yes.
Yeah. So any kind of oversight? Do y'all have any state oversight or anything like that?
We have a lot of reporting requirements. I think we're over 93 different reports that we have to do to the state, to DPS, a lot of different entities that we reporting requirements for. So it is a lot.
Wow, that's something else. Okay, so on the personal side of life, married, kids?
Yes, my husband and I have been married. It'll be 27 years this month.
Wow,
we have
did
two
a lot
children.
27 years ago.
Yeah. We have 2 children. Noah, he is 24, and Sophia is 15.
Wow, what's Noah do?
Noah works for South Texas Cellular.
Okay.
So he's my adrenaline junkie kid, and he loves
Okay.
to climb the
The
towers.
towers, yeah, tower guy.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. That's good money in that too.
Yes.
And it's a good career because it's not going anywhere.
Right.
So that's great. Okay. Are you a member of any organizations locally?
I'm a member of all of the Republican Women Clubs.
Okay.
I was a part of it's called the McMesa. It's the Montgomery County City Municipal. It was a employee scholarship type deal that they do. I was on the board for that for quite some time.
Okay. Fantastic. And so I'm the average voter guy. I'm going to have to vote. How would I find out more about you? Do you have a Facebook page, a website, all that kind of stuff?
I do have a Facebook page.
Okay.
It's Reelect Melisa Miller for District Clerk.
Okay.
And then we also have a District Clerk Facebook page where we post updates, like during weather events. If jury service is canceled, we usually post there. So try to reach as many people as we can.
Okay, yeah, see, I didn't even know that existed, so that's good. And then Melisa is an unusual spelling, so it's usually 2 L's, and yours is Melisa,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So give me a plea for a vote. Why should I vote for you?
Experience matters.
Yeah.
I will say that. Not only experience, but my passion for the job. It really is something that I enjoy and I love doing. I love going to work every morning. I love the team I work with. We have such a great team that they're passionate about serving the public as well. And I think all of that combined makes for a great office. And it is your office. It belongs to the taxpayers. It does not belong to me. And I'm just thankful and humble that they allow me to manage it. And it's really what I enjoy doing.
Fantastic. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Melissa Miller. She's running for a third term district clerk. And yeah, it's something that we all need to look into because it's an important job. And remember, when you get that jury summons, go on up there and check it out. That might be an interesting thing to do. Consider it a day off or maybe 2 days off and see what you can do. I'm disturbed that we're running at 20% on people serving on juries, so we need to get that number up. I'm going to have her back in here next year. We're going to talk about it, and she's going to tell me because of this show, we're up to 35%. So better do it, guys. And again, we got other people coming in. I've got kind of a heavy schedule for the next month or so. So look for what's going on. If you've watched this all the way through, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for subscribing and responding and leaving comments in the comments section below. I'm Hank Batt. This is Hank's Think Tank, and we'll see you in the next one.